Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual, man. You guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history, guys. And in this video, I want to talk about the slam dunk contest last night. We're going to talk about McClung and how Kenny the Jet Smith, once again, Kenny the Jet Smith says some crazy asinine statement. And he said that McClung is challenging Vince Carter for the greatest dunker in dunk contest history, guys. That's what Kenny the Jet Smith said after that performance by McClung last night. This is no disrespect to McClung. This is no hate on McClung. No one's tearing him down or knocking his performance last night. But once again, this is what we've been talking about on this channel and many other channels about the slam dunk contest, man, and how it's not what it once was. It's not as prestigious as it once was. So great for McClung for winning it. The man's played, what, 5 games in his NBA career? 5 games in the NBA in his career, guys. He played 1 game this season. We're going to talk about this video because there's no way in hell you can convince me that McClung is one of the elite dunkers in dunk contest history, guys. I'm not buying that. It's not a knock on him. His dunks are great, man, but he's not one of the elite. He's not challenging Vince Carter for the greatest dunker in dunk contest history. I don't know how that's possible. We're going to talk about this video. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel. Once again, guys, I am truly, truly humbled, man, by all the support, man. It really means a lot. The true basketball fans that are standing up, that support my channel, guys, is very humbling. Shout out to everybody in the membership, man. And you guys know what to do, man. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, shout out to McClung, man. Congratulations to him for winning his 3rd slam dunk contest in a row, the first player in NBA's history to win his 3rd straight slam dunk contest. But the dude's not even an NBA player. Let's be real off the top, guys. McClung is not an NBA player. He's played 5 games in an NBA career. 5 games. He played 1 game this season, guys, and he played 5 minutes in that game. 1 game, the first game of the season, hasn't played in the NBA this season since that first game of the season, guys. 5 minutes. So let's be clear here. McClung is not an NBA player. He's a G League player that somehow is being allowed to compete in the slam dunk contest. I thought this was the NBA slam dunk contest, the NBA slam dunk contest. So yes, he was wearing an Orlando Magic jersey. He's not in the Orlando Magic, guys. He hasn't played no games. No games. 1 game he's played this year, guys. 1 game. He's played 5 games in an NBA career. 5 games. And that's what I said when I did that video earlier about who the hell are these guys in the slam dunk contest. You don't know any of these guys. I told you the only guy that plays a significant amount of minutes who's actually a real true contributor to a team is that guy Castle from the Spurs. This other guy, Bazelis, never heard of the guy. Man, there's no knock on these guys. Don't know who these guys are, though. Guy plays 12 minutes a game. Who are you? You're no one. McClung, once again, not even in the NBA. Not even in the NBA. And then the other guy was what, I can't remember the other guy's name, man. It's something Jackson, I think, or something like that. I can't remember the guy's name. But once again, another guy who doesn't play any minutes in the NBA. No minutes. So these guys are, once again, they're nobodies. And I'm not saying that they're nobodies as far as like, who the hell are these guys to be in the NBA? They're NBA players, but they're no one you know. No one you know. You know McClung now. McClung is the star of the slam dunk contest right now. McClung. So, when I'm watching the slam dunk contest last night, and I'm seeing, these guys go out there and do these dunks, what I've noticed immediately is what? Gimmicks. The NBA slam dunk contest has become a gimmick. So guys need gimmicks all the time. They got a car. They bought the car out for him to jump over the car. We've seen this a billion times, right? Didn't Blake Griffin do the car deal? Right, so once again, there's no real originality or creativity, so to speak, to a lot of these dunks or guys adding their own flair. So let's think about Michael Jordan's free throw line dunk. Was that the first time that it's ever been done? No, Dr. J had did that before. But what Michael Jordan was doing was paying homage to Dr. J by attempting to do a dunk with a high degree of difficulty. Once again, to honor someone like Dr. J and honor the slam dunk contest. But when you watch Michael Jordan do the foul line dunk versus a Dr. J, versus a Brent Barry, versus a Scottie Pippen, or anyone else who has attempted to do a foul line dunk, Michael Jordan just looked different doing it. His own creativity, his own flair, his own style to the dunk. I told you guys about Dominique Wilkins and his windmill dunks. We've seen the windmill dunk. No, it's not an original dunk by Dominique Wilkins, or he's the only guy to ever do the windmill dunk, right? That's a common dunk. But once again, the way that Dominique Wilkins did it was a little bit different than the way that, other players have done it in the history of the game. So once again, Dominique Wilkins adds his own creativity, his own flair, his own style to the windmill dunk and made it original for Dominique Wilkins, right? He would do the two-hand windmill with the power. So not only do you have the aesthetics of Dominique Wilkins, but he's jumping off of 2 feet, which is different than a lot of guys. He's using 2 hands on the windmill, and he's throwing it down with authority, with power, which a lot of guys do not have when they do a finesse dunk like that, let's say. Dominique Wilkins was known for being powerful in his dunks. Once again, when we think about what Mac McClung did last night, nothing to knock his dunks, but when I talk to you guys about Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins competing against each other, 2 of the elite dunkers, not just in a dunk contest, but in-game dunking. These guys going against each other, they brought out the best in each other. And what did they say? Dominique Wilkins, Michael Jordan both said, we never practiced our dunks. We never rehearsed these things beforehand. We just let the creativity take over in the moment. That's what Michael Jordan said. I wanted my creativity in the moment to come out. That was more organic, he said. That's what made me feel more comfortable, not rehearsing or practicing dunks. And to me, that's greater. What Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins, a lot of these other guys did on the fly, the creativity coming off the top of the head. Like I tell you guys, I do these videos off the top of my head. It ain't the same as when guys are writing down what they're going to say, pre-recording their videos, editing their videos. It's not the same as what I'm doing. So once again, what these guys were doing in the slam dunk contest back in the day, off the top of their head, creativity-wise, flowing in the moment, is, to me, just a little bit different than what someone like Mac McClung was doing when you're practicing these dunks. Because I read an article, about this, and Mac McClung said that he was working with like a coach on these dunks that jump over the car dunk. He was working and rehearsing and practicing that dunk repeatedly before the slam dunk contest, guys. So that, to me, doesn't make his dunk less spectacular or the degree of difficulty any less. But once again, it takes away from the overall aura of the slam dunk contest or the dunks that you're doing versus what other guys were doing. Now, we can all go back and forth and talk about, you have to rehearse these kinds of dunks, right? You have to rehearse jumping over a car or practice doing some of these dunks because the degree of difficulty is so high. But I say to that, really, is the degree of difficulty that high? Or once again, you're making the dunk contest a gimmick. You're turning it into partly a gimmick now. You're bringing in props and you're making more gimmicky than anything else. That's why you have to practice and rehearse this stuff. You're not just necessarily letting your creativity and your athleticism flow out there in the moment, right? You have to practice these things beforehand, right? And really make it about a gimmick. Make it about the props, not necessarily the dunk. So the dunks that Mac McClung were doing, I'm not saying that I can do, not saying that the average person could do, but are we so sitting here and supposed to believe, I'm supposed to believe that Mac McClung doing the dunks that he did against the people that he's done it against, the 3rd dunk contest champion in a row, I'm supposed to believe that he's challenging Vince Carter or some of the other great dunkers like Dominique Wilkins or Michael Jordan or Dr. J, Kobe Bryant, some of the guys that have won the slam dunk contest over the years. I'm supposed to believe that Mac McClung is challenging those guys as the greatest dunker in dunk contest history based off of last night, based off of the 3 dunk contests in a row that he's done against nobody. He hasn't competed against anybody. We talk about competition a lot. And they'll knock guys from back in the day, and they'll say those guys didn't play against anybody. They were a bunch of white guys and plumbers and taxi cab drivers. Pretty sure Mac McClung's a white guy out here dominating the slam dunk contest. A white guy. This Mac McClung guy would not be dominating the slam dunk contest in the 80s and the 90s. He would not be in it, guys. He wouldn't even be in it because he wouldn't be in the NBA. So once again, this exposes this era of NBA. Someone like Mac McClung, who's played 1 game this year, 5 minutes, is allowed to compete in a slam dunk contest when he's won 2 previous. The man's not an NBA basketball player. But he's in the NBA slam dunk contest, in NBA All-Star Weekend. Laughable, exposing this era of NBA as being fraudulent and weak. Not knocking Mac McClung for what he did, but he would not be allowed to be on the stage in the 80s and 90s. He wouldn't have made a roster. Is what Mac McClung did, I believe Mac McClung is 6'2", is what he did more impressive than what Spud Webb was doing at 5'8"? I don't understand. How is that more impressive? Spud Webb wasn't jumping over cars, but the man's 5'8". and was going against Dominique Wilkins. I mean, what are we talking about here? So the competition was a lot stiffer back in the day because not only did you have to beat great dunkers in the contest, you had to beat great players who had the name, right? They had the hype. You think McClung's going to beat Michael Jordan in a slam dunk contest? No, not jumping over a car, not jumping and dunking the ball and doing some of these gimmicky. And listen, some of these dunks were really cool, man. He touched the front of the rim and dunked it. We get all of that, man. You're not beating Michael Jordan's free throw line dunk. Does anyone have a poster out there on their wall of Mac McClung dunking the basketball? Is that an iconic poster? An iconic picture? Is that iconic? Mac McClung is not iconic. His dunk contest is not iconic because you're going against nobody. So how the hell can he be challenging Vince Carter or any of the other great dunkers in the NBA's dunk contest history for the greatest dunker ever when you're not going against anybody? You didn't beat anyone for a slam dunk contest. It doesn't add up, ladies and gentlemen. He's not one of the great elite dunkers. It wasn't an iconic slam dunk contest. Do you guys think that Mac McClung was doing better dunks than Aaron Gordon? Aaron Gordon never won a slam dunk contest, guys. He has 0 wins on his resume. Mac McClung has 3 in a row. Aaron Gordon never won one. You're going to tell me that Mac McClung's a better dunker than Aaron Gordon? I don't believe so. I believe what Aaron Gordon was doing in that dunk contest versus Zach LaVine was much more spectacular. In my opinion, it seemed to be more spectacular. The aesthetics just seemed greater. The degree of difficulty for me, what Aaron Gordon was doing was just greater. But he didn't win a slam dunk contest. He has no trophies. Mac McClung has 3. It's similar to Rudy Gobert and his 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards in this weak era. While guys like Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Scottie Pippen, they never won any. Rudy Gobert has 4. So once again, the level of competition that you're going against for your Defensive Player of the Year awards ain't the same. Was he going against Gary Payton or Michael Jordan or Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing for these Defensive Player of the Year awards? Hell no, he wasn't. So once again, it's not the same. I'm not going to put Rudy Gobert as the greatest defender because he won 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards. Oh, he's up there. No, he's not. Same thing with Mac McClung. Good on him. Great dunks out there. You beat no one, dude. You wasn't going against John. Where's John Morant at? Where's Zion Williamson at? Where are the great superstar dunkers in the NBA dunk contest? We got guys who are not even in the league and guys who barely play. Not impressed. So, shout out to Mac McClung. There's no knock on him. His dunk contest is not iconic. It's not iconic. Zach LaVine versus Aaron Gordon was iconic. How about Andre Iguodala? He never won a slam dunk contest. And the dunk that I saw Andre Iguodala do, can't remember what year it was, where I believe he had Allen Iverson throw the ball off the back of the backboard. This man caught the ball underneath the backside and dunked it like that. You guys remember that Andre Iguodala dunk? To me, that was a game-winning, a championship-winning dunk. Didn't get the championship, though. He didn't win the dunk contest. Andre Iguodala, to me, his dunk was crazier and cooler, more creative than what Mac McClung was doing. But he didn't win a slam dunk contest. Guys like Jason Richardson, Desmond Mason, right? Some of these lesser-known guys that were doing dunk contests, to me, they were greater dunkers than Mac McClung. And that's not a knock on him. He got some great dunks, man. Good on him. I can't do any of that stuff. But he's not iconic. He's not up there with those guys. Once again, a lot of these guys that I'm mentioning, not only were they just dunkers, but they were in the NBA, guys, and they did in-game dunking. You're telling me that Mac McClung is going to do any of these dunks in-game? He's going to bring a car out on the court in a game and do a dunk like that? Is he going to do any of those dunks without the gimmicks in a regular game? No, he's not, guys. So once again, he's relegated to the gimmick NBA dunk contest. Meanwhile, these other guys that I mentioned, Dr. J, Michael Jordan, Clyde Drexler, Kobe Bryant, Tracy McGrady, Ray Allen, Clyde Drexler, Dominique Wilkins, Spud Webb, Sean Kemp. These guys are doing those dunks in games. They're doing slam dunk contest level dunks in games, guys. That's what they did. That's why they're the great of the greats. They didn't just do a slam dunk contest, or they can only do these dunks in the dunk contest. Their creativity, their versatility doing dunks, it came in the dunk contest and in the regular season games. Mac McClung ain't sniffing these dunks that Dominique Wilkins was doing or Michael Jordan was doing. Sean Kemp was doing in games. Clyde Drexler, Dr. J, Larry Nance, some of these other guys, he's not sniffing those dunks. And I get it. Mac McClung is not as tall as a lot of those guys I mentioned. Once again, Mac McClung's also not an NBA player. These are the facts, guys. These are the facts. Michael Jordan's free throw line dunk is iconic, guys. Vince Carter's dunk contest, it was iconic. Mac McClung's dunk contests are not iconic because the dunk contest is not prestigious anymore. You see, when people try to say that we're hating or we're knocking these guys down, we're not fans of the modern NBA, no, what I'm telling you, the standard's been lowered. These are not iconic moments. Back in the day, the slam dunk contest was treated with more prestige, with more respect. You had the great players going out there and putting it on the line. Now you don't have that, so it takes away from the prestige. Think about it. If Mac McClung was going out there and competing against Zion Williamson or John Morant or some of these other star players that were high flyers, right? If you was really going out there and competing against these guys, even if like a Victor Wembanyama did a dunk contest, which would probably look weird for someone that tall to do a dunk contest, but even if you had some of these guys with the name, the hype, right? The fame going out there competing, and then Mac McClung goes out there and beats them, then that makes it that much more greater. But when Mac McClung is beating guys that you never heard of or guys that you don't want to even care to watch, it's not impressive. It doesn't take away from his dunks, just not the same. The dunk contest is not the same, right? And that's what we're always talking about, guys. The level is not the same. It's not as honorable as it once was. It's not as prestigious as it once was. So once again, congratulations to Mac McClung. This guy's the first player to win 3 dunk contests in a row. So let's think about this now, guys. Who has the most slam dunk championships in NBA's history? Mac McClung and Nate Robinson? Nate Robinson. I believe he has 3 also, Nate Robinson, if I'm not mistaken. I know he has at least 3. These are the most wins in slam dunk contest history? Really? This is what we're doing now? Mac McClung, all 50s. All his dunks were 50. Come on, guys. What are we doing here? And then you have Kane and Jet Smith once again saying some asinine statement like Mac McClung is challenging Vince Carter for the greatest dunker in dunk contest history? He ain't greater than Michael Jordan in dunk contest. He ain't greater than Dominique Wilkins, guys. He ain't greater than Dr. J. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not putting him above anything. He's not better than Sean Kemp. I'm not putting him above these guys in dunk contests, man. I'm not putting him above the star guys, man, with these gimmick dunks that these guys are rehearsing and practicing on the outside the All-Star game. And this guy's not even an NBA player, man. You can say whatever you want. I'm hating on this guy. I'm not hating on this dude, man. Once again, if Mac McClung was in there competing against other legit NBA stars that were dunkers, man, then I respect it. Who are you going against? There's no one out there, man. And not saying these guys can't dunk, but no one cares to watch these guys dunk. I don't care to watch Mac McClung dunk, man. Great on him. Once again, exposing this era of NBA. They keep telling us the era I grew up watching was nothing but slow, unathletic white guys. But all I see is slow, unathletic white guys dominate the damn NBA. Mac McClung, Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. All I see is white guys all over the place, man. But the white guys that Michael Jordan played against, they weren't any good. These guys are great. These guys are skilled. You think Danny Ainge won a slam dunk contest in the 80s and the 90s? Hell no. Hell no. Once again, and Danny Ainge's a great athlete, but Danny Ainge ain't no high flyer. And Danny Ainge ain't going to be competing against Michael Jordan or Clyde Drexler or Dominique Wilkins or any of these other high flyers out there that have legit creativity, that were legit dunkers, man. Brent Barry won a championship, a slam dunk championship in his warm-up jacket, jumping from the free throw line. From the free throw line. Once again, emulating Michael Jordan. Didn't look the same as Michael Jordan to me, but he did what Michael Jordan was doing. He did a high degree difficulty dunk. He didn't need all these gimmicks and things of that nature. Once again, I'm pretty sure I remember Blake Griffin bringing a car out onto the floor to jump over the dunk. I don't remember what year that was, maybe 2011 or 2012, something like that, I think it was. But remember, Blake Griffin was a star player coming out of Oklahoma. He was a star, right? Do you guys remember Blake Griffin's brother? No, you don't remember his brother. But his brother came into the NBA too. You don't remember his brother playing in Oklahoma. You don't remember none of this stuff, right? Blake Griffin was a star. He did the dunk contest as a star player, once again, helping the NBA All-Star Weekend and the Slam Dunk Contest. Right? Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine, these were young stars of the league at the time. Guys that had the hype. We all see Zach LaVine is not amounted to a damn thing. Aaron Gordon has become a very solid player for the Denver Nuggets, man. And he contributed to a championship team. But these guys had the names back in the day when they were doing these dunk contests years ago. You knew Zach LaVine. You knew Aaron Gordon, right? These were young up-and-comers. Mac McClung does not even play in the NBA, guys. Doesn't even play in the NBA. And he's allowed to dominate the slam dunk contest like this. Once again, where's the pride in the actual NBA players to stop some G League guy from coming and taking over their contest? These guys should be embarrassed. They should be ashamed, have some pride in themselves. But they don't care. No one shows up, and no one wants to compete in slam dunk contest anymore because it ain't like that. It ain't relevant. But I'm supposed to believe that this guy is the greatest dunk contest dunker in the history of the game? Stop it, man. You guys know the deal, man. No knock on him, man, but he's nowhere close to Vince Carter or any of the other top elite dunkers. Once again, those guys were dunk contest dunkers and legit in-game dunkers that were doing those dunk contest dunks in games on people's heads. Those are the facts, guys. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.